Stonekeep. At last, the king has decided to move against you here in the realm of Stonekeep. He is amassing a mighty force to stand against you, led by his most trusted general, Lord Purehart. A vast fortress has been constructed in which to amass this legion, but a weakness lies within the castle's defenses. Use it to gain access. Hide your black-hearted realm from the heroes, and take Purehart's kingdom from under his blind and trusting gaze. Beware. The king has now amassed an army great and large against you, determined as he is to rid his realm of evil evermore. A vast fortress houses this great legion, and your only hope lies in discovering its weakness. You must sneak amidst the darkened passages of Lord Purehart's castle, there to build your dungeon there, for he will ne'er suspect it. Lightning Trap. Secret Door.
Hello there, this is Uncle Troy. Today we are playing Dungeon Keeper 2, land number 16, Stonekeep. The mission is Creep. Creepers gotta creep. And it is our job to creep into this dungeon step by step, bit by bit, inch by inch, and take out the Lord of the land. And we do that, we're supposed to do that rather, by using the secret door. The secret door, hidden door, looks like a plain old block to the enemy. So it's a way that you can expand your dungeon without the enemy knowing that you're there, because if they see a regular door, they'll just knock it down. But we start off with no creatures. We also have no portal and very little land to build in. So we have to just kind of make do with what we got. But luckily we have creatures from either our creatures or perhaps from another dungeon keeper that's been in this land before us, being held in various prisons. And if we take them off, if we rescue them, then we should have the ability to take out the heroes. But let's get started. I always like to start this level by making a couple of hatcheries here. So my creatures, once I do get some, will have something to eat. And then I like to fill in the extra spaces with beds, layers I guess they're called, so my creatures have a place to lay down and rest. And then we need us a torture chamber, because about the only way to really get enemy creatures, about the only way to really build up your forces is to convert the enemy creatures. Once we finally break into our area, there we go. We start off with a couple of workshops right here that in theory we should use to make secret doors and other traps, and use them to slowly work our way into the enemy fort. But, well, I'm not going to do that, as you'll see here shortly.
You have taken over an enemy workshop.
We've got 2 workshops, we only need 1, so I immediately sell it for money. I like to make a prison right here. That way we have a place to put our heroes once we start capturing them.
Your creatures are unable to get to a hatchery. Your creatures are unable to get to a lair.
Okay, if you dig around this side, you will find prisons holding creatures you can convert or at least recruit to your cause. Most of them you do not have to actually capture the prison before you can pull the creatures out of it, so that's good.
Your creatures are unable to get to a torture chamber.
If you use the secret doors, you don't have to fight off the heroes like you do here. But I don't mind too much, because 1 hero at a time is no match for my creatures. And it gives me somebody to convert in the torture chamber.
Halt! Who goes there?
Your workshop is under attack.
Way over here we have quite a bit of gold and some salamanders that you can recruit. Do not let the salamanders walk through that little arch there, because the salamanders will be killed by a gas trap that's hidden there. Probably need more beds while we're at it.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
Way over here we have us a graveyard, surrounded by many smaller graveyards. I forgot to do it this time, but usually I will sell off those smaller graveyards since they're too small to produce vampires anyway.
You have taken over an enemy graveyard. You have claimed a graveyard. A new spell has been researched. Create gold. This spell results in generous piles of gold in place where it is cast.
The best place to cast this spell is in a treasury or your dungeon heart, so that the money goes directly into your treasury.
You have taken over an enemy treasury.
I forgot this was down here actually. We have a small treasury here, which I immediately resell, and a special, which raises all my creatures by 1 experience level. I have to remember to use that later.
Halt! Who goes there? Halt! Who goes there?
Well, here we have another one of these situations where if I had made secret doors, I wouldn't have the heroes attacking me.
Halt! Who goes there?
But by now I've gotten a little cocky, and I think I have plenty of creatures to take out these hero patrols.
Halt! Who goes there? Intruder! Sound the alarm!
Your Sight of Evil spell has been upgraded.
Sometimes I think it's my own creatures that are knocking down doors and exposing me to the enemy.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
You have my allegiance, Keeper. Don't abuse it.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. Your Create Gold spell has been upgraded. There is nothing left to research.
Halt! Who goes there?
You have taken over an enemy treasury. A fairy has become unhappy because she has no food.
Here we go. We got a salamander taking down a door without me asking it to. I guess he just decided he didn't want to walk around.
You have taken over an enemy torture chamber. You have claimed a mana vault.
Guards! The Keeper is here! Guards!
I like the way that Lord Purehart sounds so scared when he's saying that. And you'd think that would be like the sign or the signal for all the guards to attack me, but no, he just continues to sit back there in his little fortress waiting for me to come to him.
Intruder! Sound the alarm!
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. A lost soul has entered your dungeon. Oh, now it's wandered out again. You have claimed a portal. A new species of creature has entered your dungeon. You have taken over an enemy guard room.
Now that I have a portal, I suppose the smart thing to do would be to train all my creatures and wait for the portal to produce a bunch of different creatures, so I have an overwhelming numerical advantage. But instead, I think I'll cheat and just use the Horned Reaper to defeat the Lord Purehart here.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. A knight has become unhappy because he has no food. Your creatures have been blessed with experience. Your mana reserves have been increased.
When I'm playing this level just to play it, not necessarily to win, I will actually dig out all this area around where Horny is now and plant traps everywhere. And then basically just knock down that door and let the heroes come to me. But since I'm trying to win this quickly to end this episode and let y'all get on with your lives, I'm going to use the Horned Reaper and see what he can do.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. A guard has become angry because he hasn't been paid. You have taken over an enemy bridge. A guard has become unhappy because he has no lair. It is payday. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
That oddly colored area there at the bottom of the screen is a hero's lair.
You have taken over an enemy guard room.
Heroes that, actually even your own creatures that walk across that regain hit points, regain health. So you'll see here that the hero tries to run back there to regain hit points when he starts getting beaten by the Reaper.
You have taken over an enemy guard room.
And once again, the Reaper was just there. I mean, he was standing right next to the portal gem. And yet, so I guess so they can reuse the same animation over and over. He disappears and then he comes back out here and walks over to pick up the gem. Yep, there he goes. And once again, I'd like to say I really like the way that his flaming hooves cause steam to billow up around him when he walks through water. I just think that's neat. One of the nice little touches that make this game so enjoyable.
And cut! Kill the flames!
Well done, Keeper. The king will think twice before challenging you again. Lord Purehart was one of his oldest and closest friends. I would enjoy seeing his face when he learns of his latest defeat and what it has cost him. If only I could remember how to smile. The surface is so close now, I can almost taste it. You could not have defeated Purehart at a more appropriate time, as the path to the Temple of the Dark Angels has just become clear. We should arrive at the same time as Harkon and Carrion, who believe they are too far ahead of you to worry. Nemesis has also revealed himself, and is camped to the east of the King's castle. Everything is coming together just like we planned.
Okay, it sounds like next time we get to meet the Dark Angels, which certainly sounds interesting. In the meantime, this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.